Test, test.
Beep boop.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Speedrunners Arena SMRAT 2021. I am 00713, and today with me is Aramis. I hope I said that right. Aramis, tell us what's going on. What's going on tonight, buddy?
Well, we have a race between people. You know, we got a race between. Let's see. Um. Well, I missed it on the stream. I think is ironrusty versus Aeralis is what I think that looks like, and 64-bit Link versus Xerolayne.
And that is correct. We got Iron Rusty and Aeralis on the top, 64-bit lane, and Xerolayne on the bottom. Fun fact: the top two people, this is their first time in SMRAT, while the bottom people are veterans. And it looks like they are off. What do you think we'll be seeing today here, Aramis?
Well, I'm not sure what to expect, but I'm hoping for a high jump or space jump early. Make
Well,
things interesting.
with the way things have been going, we've been seeing a lot of high jumps. Basically, all your seeds here, they were all high jumps or ice beams at the start, right?
Yeah, like I think 3 out of 4 of my seeds yesterday were all high jump at second item.
And all the players are going down. The very first item they will see in this randomized tournament is Morphin Ball. It will always be Morphin Ball until the devs decide to change it up. This is SMRAT 2021. That is short for Super Metroid Randomizer Accessibility Tournament 2021 version. It's a tournament design. It's a randomizer tournament designed with new runners in mind, and it looks like we have the screw attack. So
Ooh.
that's interesting. Now you might not know this, Aramis, and a lot of the other runners might not know this, but since that screw is in logic, we might not see power bombs or bombs at BT.
Really? Well, now that you mention it, I can kind of understand it. You can get to Brinstar with just screw attack.
Yeah. So I ever see most of the seeds that I've seen so far have had early power bombs. So we'll see. We'll see if we get an interesting seed or if it's just going to be a dull early power bomb seed.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. We get missiles on the right side of. I'm not sure what that room's called.
I don't know what's called either. All I know is the item in the ceiling is called the ceiling item,
Yep.
and no one cares about the other item. Yeah, but as I was saying, this is the SMRAT tournament. It is designed for newcomers, mainly for newcomers. You don't really need to know any of the awesome tricks that have been learned and developed over the years, but that doesn't mean you can't use them. Just because only wall jumps, and bomb jumps, and vertical shine sparks are allowed. Doesn't mean that you can't use any of the cool things, which you'll probably see some of the runners do. And in order to stay ahead, of course, learn all these cool tricks will be very beneficial to us. Looks like our runners are going through a very famous room. What do you think about this room, Aramis?
I hate it.
I think a lot of people can believe that.
Now, I think it's really interesting the way 64-bit Link and Xerolayne went through it, just climbing up in the center as opposed to wall jumping up the right side.
Agreed.
What?
Agreed. There are different ways to go about that room. You can either wall jump on the side, or you can. It's just power bombs at BT.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can either go up the side or go up the middle. I think the middle is probably the safer bet because, as we all know, wall jumping is the most broken thing in this game.
Yes, personally have a lot of experience with wall jumping just not working out.
I know. And we see the pros. We see pros like Zenny do it. And like, how does he do this? How does he do all these awesome tricks? I can't do this. I guess it's years worth of practice, huh?
Oh yeah. It's all just practice upon practice.
So 64-bit Link is heading to 230 missile room. It's called 230 because at 100% it is the 230th missile that you get in the game, which is the final missile. And our other runners are going to do something else. It looks like they're wall jumping up the gauntlet.
Hey, I learned about 230 in the last stream. That's
Hey.
super cool.
Hey, we learn something new every day, right? Yeah, so right now, a lot of the runners are opting to go through Gauntlet. They wall jumped up there, and we did say that wall jumps are allowed. However, the wall jump up the Gauntlet is so difficult that that wall jump is not allowed. No, Xerolayne died.
Oh, yeah. We're seeing firsthand just how dangerous Gauntlet can be when you're this early in the game with only one E-tank.
Yeah, luckily they have screw attack.
Yeah.
In order for Gauntlet to actually be in logic, you need to have at the very least screw attack. And since these runners have screw attack, then they satisfy 50% of the logic to get in. And the other thing that they need is some sort of up logic, which is either bombs, space jump, or speed. So there's a high chance that Gauntlet can be in logic right now at some point in time very early on. Sadly, doesn't seem like there's anything useful there except for ammo.
Yeah. Man, they're getting a bunch of missiles and supers, but they can't even use them. They're not in logic.
I know, they should just unequip them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a very dangerous place to be with without any suits on and low energy. Luckily, they have screw. Screw definitely makes things easier along the way, but still, it's not a perfect run.
Yeah, if they so much as dip their toes in the acid, they're just gonna melt.
Yeah. Or some of us like to call it the orange juice, or the orange soda. The orange soda.
Ah.
I tried drinking it once, but it kind of burned my throat.
Ooh.
Aeralis is heading down into Green Brinstar, a typical play by most runners. One thing I noticed is that 64-bit Link did not check Old Mother Brain. Normally that's... Oh wait, never mind. He already checked it. Oh no!
I believe everyone went and checked Old Mother Brain with screw attack.
Yeah, and poor 64-bit Link, he jumped right into those spikes and died. That's not good.
No, not at all. Ooh, we see gravity behind the speed gates at Mockball.
That's definitely a nice find. Is that in logic though?
That is absolutely not in logic because it's still gated by speed, which you normally need to get through there. However, these runners are performing a trick called a Mockball, which allows them to move in morph ball form at slightly faster than regular Samus sprinting.
Definitely, and I don't really know the full mechanics behind it. All I know is I think she just maintains her momentum, which allows her to speed through anything. And we'll be seeing, and that's usually like one of the very first tricks many runners learn is the mock ball trick.
Right. It's super, super helpful because it just opens that up, and it's 3-4 extra items that you wouldn't be able to get without speed.
Definitely. But we do talk about logic throughout the entire playthrough. Logic basically helps runners decide where to go. So thinking about that gravity suit, they have a good idea where speed cannot be, and speed is definitely an important thing to have.
Yeah. Gravity being locked behind speed gives us an entire region of the map where speed could not be.
Yeah, which is pretty good for our runners. It also, we have grappled at the edge rooms. It also helps the runners determine where Very could possibly be, because until they see that speed, that Very suit is not, or that gravity suit is not going to be in logic. So there could be a good chance that we see Very suit coming up, and speed could possibly be in a hot room in Norfair.
Mhm.
And it looks
Alright.
like Aeralis is the first one to beat Paint. Another fairly treacherous area.
Yeah. However, everyone has screw attack, which means most enemies are just going to be trivial.
True, and they're also going to have that gravity suit, which is going to mitigate a lot of the damage caused by the side hoppers.
Let's see, did both bottom runners take a death in Gauntlet? Asked
I
Stroutlog.
I know Xerolayne did, and 64-bit also took a death, so that kind of helps, sort of helps them both out. Luckily, they all saved at the ship, so that keeps them fairly close together.
Yeah. Let's see, we're seeing Spore Spawn supers are still supers.
What? Why? Where's the randomness?
Yeah, come on. I mean, didn't we mockball just to skip that?
Yeah, we did. I guess maybe we should just went to Spore Spawn. Maybe next time if they went to Spore Spawn, it'd be something pretty more awesome.
Yeah, maybe we should just fought Spore Spawn.
Yeah, so that's another trick that I don't really understand. That backdooring into the Spore Spawn area. Somehow I'm able to do it. I don't know how I do it, but I guess
Yeah.
it's a very forgiven trick. We have Aeralis doing another trick, which is the wave gate glitch.
Ooh, high jump list too. And we see
Yep.
Speed Booster.
Dun dun dun.
That puts gravity in logic, which means.
But
Ooh,
but
but.
but
But. No, yeah, you're right. It still needs Wave Beam to be in logic.
yeah,
Yeah.
it all comes down to that chain and lots of things just getting stuck behind a bunch of locked locations. And these runners are going to have to keep thinking, keep their minds fresh as to what's going on.
We're seeing ironrusty and Xerolayne also faster.
And we didn't mention it, but there was also a charge beam back in that mockball room. But
Mhm.
I don't think people really care too much about charge beam. It doesn't really do too much, right?
Aside from being one of the most helpful beams in the game, I guess not.
Well, charge by itself really isn't that great. If I had my numbers here, I would. Charge by itself means you need 300 charge shots in order to kill Mother Brain.
Well, if you run out of ammo to Mother Brain, you can still charge shot her to death.
That is
Eventually.
true. Yes, that is true. Having that charge beam is definitely a good insurance policy. Of course, you don't want to rely on just 300 charge shots sometimes.
Absolutely not.
Luckily, the runners found Spazer down here in Big Pink as well, so that'll help out with the damage.
Just a little bit.
Aeralis is backdooring into Blue Brinstar and finding Spring Ball.
That could be very, very useful at this point in the run. Because
Yeah,
at the moment we still have no movement items other than Speed Booster.
And the good thing is that they got Spring Ball is showing up after most of the mock ball tricks, so it's not going to be as trolly of an item as picking it
Yeah.
up a little bit earlier.
And we're seeing Aeralis going up into Billy Mays.
Who is Billy Mays?
Uh, I'm not sure, but his thing is, you know, he's selling you something, and then he says, but wait, there's more. Because in
Huh.
this room, you get 2 items for the price of 1. And we find an E-tank and missiles.
Was it worth it?
The E-tank was worth it, I think.
I agree.
Because at this point, we haven't seen nearly enough E-tanks.
True. Well, luckily they have that gravity suit to help
Yeah, the
mitigate
gravity suit
things.
helps a lot.
But you don't want to be that person that thinks, oh, because I have gravity suit, I'm invincible, because that could be bad. Because they do have grapple beam that lets them get into X-ray location, and the spikes in the X-ray location will still do significant damage if you step
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah, spikes, lava, even heated rooms all do full damage. Well, actually lava doesn't, but everything else does full damage aside from enemies and lava with gravity suit.
True. A lot of people seem to be going to Waterway. I think at least 3 of them went to Waterway. Maybe all of them went to Waterway, which is where 64-bit Link is currently right now. That
Yeah.
won't be in Logic until they find Waybeam, but it could be a
Yeah.
good play.
Ooh, it seems
Uh,
Aeralis is trying to check Criteria Shaft, which is a bit of a I'd say it's probably a bit of a difficult trick without ice, but it's all about timing.
True.
And off they go. And just gonna find power bombs there.
Um, yeah. That what Airless just did. You need to definitely have both speed and ice in Logic in order to check it. Uh, Having things like a screw attack that makes things a little bit easier to get through if you want to do it illogically. And they also have a lot. Actually, Airless doesn't have that many power bombs, but if you have a lot of power bombs, you could just kill those enemies as well.
Hmm. You know, I didn't know you could actually kill those. I never
didn't
really
know.
thought about it.
I didn't know that either until last year.
I guess it's just not something you ever really need to do. But
Oh, it's something.
oh, we see ironrusty dying in the volcano.
Oh, did he save? Did he
Ooh.
save?
Oh no, I don't think he did.
Oh,
Ooh. That's a huge setback.
that is. That is, and we were just saying this earlier. Even with gravity suit, you don't want to get overconfident.
Don't
Uh,
dip your toes in the orange soda.
True.
It's not
Luckily,
healthy.
yeah. Luckily, he shouldn't. He knows where gravity is. Doesn't really need that much.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't think he's going to lose too much time. I think if he just goes gets gravity charge, spazer, maybe some ammo, maybe some supers, and that grapple beam, he should be not too far behind. Especially if he decides to stay down instead of going up like all the other runners seem to be doing.
Right.
And he died in land in sight PBs.
I forget. Where was Grapple Beam?
Grapple, it was in logic down at Edicoons.
Okay, so Rex Ship is definitely perfectly in logic. Aside from maybe energy concerns from Fantoon.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. And of course, remember, gravity suit won't be in logic for until they find that wave beam.
Yeah.
So the question in the chat should be, where is Wave Beam? Where do you think it is? Do you think we'll see Varia before we see Wave Beam?
Honestly, will we see Wave Beam? We might see it from some of the runners, but we also just might not see it from a few of them.
Appears Zero's not saving either. I don't know. I think I probably would have saved before I checked anything.
Let me see. Rusty's got that gravity suit, catching up.
A wave suit would be pretty awesome, don't you think?
A wave suit?
A wave suit?
I'm not sure where you're going with that. Are you saying you want to phase through the blocks?
Well, true. Yeah. It'll make the game a lot easier, right?
Sure.
Now, that's what Strutlord was saying in the chat. He said wave suit.
Wave suit or Varia Beam?
Oh, we got our first boss fight at the 20-minute mark.
And it's Fantoon.
Tune.
A good old friend.
Good old friend.
Ooh.
So they're using. It seems like they're using missiles. Why would they use just regular missiles when supers do so much more damage?
Well, against Fantoon, super missiles will cause Fantoon to go into what they call the enraged state, in which he is entirely invincible and just shoots waves of fire at you if you shoot any supers at him.
Sound like fun, but Nintendo Power said.
What did Nintendo Power say?
Nintendo Power told me to use supers against this guy.
Well, Nintendo Power is dumb.
64-bit Link nearing death in that Atlantis PV room. Seems like a pretty low health seed.
But at least you made it out. And now 64-bit Link gets to go to Wreck Ship, and it seems Xerolayne has already gotten to Fantoon as well.
True, and 64-bit Link only has less than 100 HP. That could be bad. Fantoon with the gravity suit is a little bit easier, but still it's a tricky fight. Wild Runner is considered to be probably the hardest fight in the entire game, even harder than Ridley.
Yeah, I'd honestly agree with that. Fantoon is just super RNG heavy.
Yeah, he just
in
does
all accounts.
Not to mention, he just does so much damage to you. Normally you come here with just various suit, and he still does a significant amount of damage. And if you're full suitless, I think he does either 60 or 80 damage.
Dang, I never even knew that. You always use supers against Fantoon, Sailor Jade? Yeah, I did too, as a kid at least.
Hey, supers.
I was just wondering why I couldn't beat him.
Imagine if Zenny worked for Nintendo Power back then.
Then we might have the Nintendo Power percent might actually be a good category.
Oh yeah, I really wish that Nintendo Power category was better.
Honestly, I don't understand it.
It mostly makes sense, except for the Bubble Mountain Reserve. That's the only thing that doesn't make much sense in it. And we have so far 2 Phantoons dead. Hopefully
I'm
64-bit
seeing
Link
right
will make it.
side. Oh, sorry.
Hopefully 64-bit Link will make it number 3. And what's Aeralis up to?
Aeralis seems to be checking right side supers, finding an E-tank. And then it's gonna go over to the left side, I think. And with that really nice powerbomb placement, so as not to break any of those other blocks.
Ooh, that's our first trash can.
Was that? What happened?
That's the first trash can was in left side supers, and Aeralis skipped it. You good?
I've just never. That's the first time I've heard them referred to as trash cans.
Oh, they look like a trash can.
I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. Ooh, and we see 64-bit Link finishing Phantoon with a super. That is the one time using a super on Phantoon won't send him into an enraged state.
Yeah, so if you're using the missile strat, it takes 19 missiles plus 1 super to kill Phantoon. And we also saw the runners doing a thing called Doppler. I can't really explain it, but someone in chat, either Aramis or someone in chat could explain Doppler.
Yeah, Dopplering is just. I mean, we've all heard of the Doppler effect, but the basic premise is you're running at Phantoon while shooting missiles at him. So the missiles you're running along with your missiles as you're firing them, so that you can hit Phantoon with more missiles in less time.
And it is actually possible to do it in one round, though very, very, very tricky.
I've honestly never even heard of that happening. Oh, what happened to Xerolayne? Reset.
He just did the wreck ship E-tank check, and it was just a wreck ship E-tank. So looks like Iron Rusty is heading up Red Tower. I think a good play for Iron Rusty would probably be going down, hoping something is down.
Though we're still gonna see what's at the PB locations.
Going through Vileplume Highway.
Oof. Samus heaters are real tricky. Sometimes you get hit by him for no reason. Oh, and he misses the D boost first time. Oh, he doesn't go for that. Ooh, we see Varia suit at Alpha Peebs.
There
We
we
see
go.
bombs in Wreck Ship Attic.
There we go. So we see Varusu before the wave beam.
Ooh. Is Wave Beam perhaps in Norfair?
It could be. That's why we always say you gotta understand the logic.
Who rolled this seed, Sistralic? Was it you? Did you roll this seed? I can't believe we let Stralog roll the seed.
By the way, on the other racers, Aeralis and Xerolayne, there were bombs in the up in the attic, in the aptly known as the Mocktroid room, because Mocktroid always used to skip the room, and there's always something good there. But we saw bombs there, and that could be useful for some of our runners because bombs bombs don't really matter too much because they have speed.
Right. Yeah, if they have speed, bombs are pretty much not useful unless they're trying to conserve power bombs.
Yeah, it looks like Stride Missiles had nothing. Stride Missiles. That's a letdown. Stride Missiles. You're supposed to be the legendary item.
Well, welcome to Randomizer.
See a save by Iron Rusty. He's saving that red tower. Kind of curious as to his path. He's going up still. Maybe he's going to go to Phantoon, kill Phantoon, and head down.
Yeah, I'm still kind of fuzzy on that.
I guess a good thing. was going to say, I guess another good thing about bombs is it's worst room item. Of course, they have spring ball, but some people might not know spring ball strats.
Right, right. We see Aeralis and Xerolayne at bowling.
You think they're
I
going
guess
to bowl a strike?
we're gonna find out. There's a good 3 items to find here.
I think one of them was just an E-tank at the reserve.
Still, even an E-tank is gonna be really helpful. And it turns out that's what we're getting. At least an E-tank.
And the C-tanks. So that's where they're hiding at today.
Yeah. Oh, there's an E-tank at gravity. And Aeralis just skips over it. And another E-tank.
E-tank central.
That
But wait, there's more.
is exactly what we want to see. Or at least that's exactly what I want to see. I love having more E-tanks.
Well, you never know, especially with charge right now. They could possibly go for the stand-up glitch, which requires 7 E-tanks.
Yep. Xerolayne is very close to that threshold.
But I don't think stand-up is really worth. I'm not really a pro, but I don't think stand-up is worth it if you don't have plasma beam.
Right. I'm not sure it's much of a time saver in that scenario.
Aeralis is going to be finding his very suit fairly shortly.
Ooh. In just a moment, then.
I just realized 3 out of the 4 racers have already died in this seed.
But is Aeralis the only one that hasn't died? I think.
Aeralis is going for the no-death run.
Whew.
Oh, and Aeralis just vile plumed.
Yeah.
Now,
Add that to the Samus Eater counter.
now, if you get vile plumed by that last one where Aeralis was, a good idea is to use a power bomb right there because you can still blow open the wall there, so you can save a little bit of time.
Yeah, you can make up some of the time you just lost.
Let's see. I don't know about Aeralis, but he could potentially be Go mode. Aeralis has access to Dragon. Aeralis can get through. He could get to Lower Norfair if he gravity jumps, and he has the bombs to do infinite bomb jump through worst room.
That is all true. Or if he's cool enough, he could try wall jumping up worst room.
Oh,
It's incredibly tight jump.
Probably one of the most perfect jumps in the world, right?
I've only done it once.
Unless I've never done it.
Was that?
That's more times than I've ever managed to pull it off.
Oof. Is like, what's how tight is that jump? Is it like pixel perfect?
I believe it's pixel perfect. Maybe check
Oh.
it. Give us some feedback on that. Pixel perfect and 0 don't go together.
Hmm. Well, I wouldn't know anything about that. We're seeing Aeralis go to Norfair with the newly found gravity. Possibly hoping to find Wave Beam. Oh, what?
Interesting. Aeralis skipped trade.
Oh, wait, you're right. What's up with that?
It's going for G3.
Oh, maybe Aeralis is looking to do crate on the way up out from Ridley.
I don't really get that. I don't really get that. He does have speed, so I don't really think that there is any time loss doing crate now compared to later on.
Yeah, but I don't know. It could be anything.
I feel sorry for Iron Rusty. Last night he was doing a practice seed, and he did the same exact thing that Aeralis did, but he actually did do the trade skip.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so
Was it?
yeah, he forgot that he skipped trade, and he got to G4, and the
Oh.
statue was still there.
Yeah, that just feels bad.
Yeah, because normally you don't really think about it. If you're doing Ridley, chances are the crate's already dead.
Right. Yeah, and for people that just speedrun Metroid normally, you're almost always just doing crate as soon as you get to him.
Yeah, you're basically like following the motions.
Exactly.
We had a beautiful gravity jump by Aeralis. It's an out of logic trick in order to get to Lower Norfair, but it's a way to get there a little bit quicker. And we see uh, Way being behind Kraid. So there's
Oh,
our gravity logic.
that's gravity logic. That's speed logic, isn't it? I think.
Yep. So the wave beam gets to speed, which gets to gravity. However, here's another fun one. There is a chance that Kraid is not in logic yet, because
Ooh. Wait.
because
What?
because right now the only real way to get to Kraid are bombs, which are after Phantoon. So we have to wonder: is Phantoon in logic? Yay or nay?
Well, what with grapple beam, Phantoon should be in logic.
Right. But also, I think you also remember a lot of those E-Taints were appeared after Phantoon.
Hmm. Oh yeah. That would
Very
be, according to logic, that would be 1E tank, no Su Phantoon. Yeah, that can't be in logic. Can it?
You never know.
Ah,
All they need is 6 E-Taints with that various suit. We see Aeralis do the infamous infinite bomb jump in Worst from the Game. One of the slowest tricks in the game, but definitely one of the things you should know when doing SMRAT, because that is one of the few vanilla tricks that are allowed or in the logic.
we're
So it's
nearly getting caught in the acid. It's like orange soda.
soda.
It's all sticky.
See the second trash can at high jump. Yeah, so
Aw. Ooh, an ice beam.
where's Ice Beam? Oh, I see it.
Ice beam just after high jump.
That's definitely
That's
good
a
for Xerolayne.
that's a very nice get at this point. That that makes Torian a lot easier, and if they didn't have speed already, that basically opens up Batoon and Dragon. However out of logic that may be.
Ice Beam's in logic right now. Oh, but
I mean,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, ice clipping to Batoon would not be, but it would work.
Yeah. So if 64-bit Link doesn't check, doesn't get that Ice Beam, Xerolayne could have an advantage. Definitely will
Right.
make Torian go faster, and he can do the Zeb skips. But we'll see if 64-bit Lane finds the Ice Beam, or 64-bit Lane can do speed Zeb skip.
Find out next time on Speedrunners Arena.
Here, let's make it past those space pirates, metal space pirates, making his way to Ridley. Ridley used to be considered to be one of the most notorious bosses in this game. I know. back in the day, I would fear coming down here with without like full health and full ammo.
Yeah, Ridley still kind of scares me if I'm below 40 super missiles or below like 70 tanks.
Luckily, there is a way to definitely manipulate Ridley, as we just see with Aeralis. It's kind of you kind of want to get Ridley to get into that like Pogo motion, which he's doing right now, and you want him Pogoing to the left, like he's also doing, and just pummel Ridley with several super missiles at that point in time.
Right, because if he's pogoing to the left, he won't go off the ledge, and he cannot hit you at all. Whereas where he's pogoing to the right, for some reason, when he's pogoing to the right, he can go all the way to the edge. And we see another E-tank after Ridley. Helpful.
Apparently, Ridley killed Samus's parents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really like to talk about it. It's in his past. He just wants some forgiveness for that.
Gotta move on.
Who am I kidding? No, he doesn't.
We'll move on into Other M, right?
Other M. Now that I thought we definitely didn't talk about.
Oh yeah, we don't talk about that either. Let's see. Looks like Xerolayne is doing his worst room of the game. 64-bit Link has made it past worst room of the game, going into the other worst room in the game.
We're seeing Xerolayne do a spring ball jump up. Clever.
See ironrusty doing his gravity jump into Lower Norfair.
He gets it like an awesome gamer, like he is.
Pretty good guy. ironrusty is the master of that reserve tank. That's where you get to see all these awesome reserve tanks that I spam every day.
I think Metroid's a pretty cool guy. I think so too. But why can't he crawl?
I know. Metroid just goes into ball form all the time.
Bro, Metroid could just crawl. And he wouldn't need ball form.
Sadly, I don't think we saw any fast pillars today from our runners, which involves using speed to power through those pillars right before worst room of the game. ironrusty is doing his worst room of the game, so we'll have a 4-for-4 of worst rooms.
Ugh. It just keeps getting worse and worse.
See X-ray at I don't know what the name of that room is.
Where?
Along the way of Lower Norfair escape.
In jail?
Or the other room right before jail.
Oh, the spring ball maze. Is that? Okay.
Yeah, so X-ray was there, but Aeralis decides to opt out of it. The only thing that X-ray be useful for is going to be against Bot Wound and Dragon, but that also requires Plasma, which the racers have found yet.
No one's found Plasma. Truly sad.
Who had the best first room? What do you think? Who scored that 10 out of 10?
Ooh, I'd have to give it to spring ball jump.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty sweet spring ball jump.
Like, that was probably the coolest use of spring ball I've ever seen.
And I think you got it first try.
Yeah, that too.
You got a double Ridley fight at the bottom.
Woo! Oh, but Xerolayne's Ridley's already dead. And that just leaves 64-bit Link fighting Ridley.
Ridley takes 30 supers to kill. every 6 missiles equals 1 super, so 6 times 30 is 180, so we need 180 missiles to kill Ridley.
Yeah. Fighting Ridley without supers and only missiles is probably just impossible.
And
Even if you had enough missiles, it'd be near impossible.
and
What's
with
the
just with just charge and spacer, it's 150 shots.
Oof. Yeah, no way, buddy.
Did I say 180? What did I say?
You said 180 missiles and 150 spacer charge shots.
Yeah, that's correct. So 64-bit Link has his Ridley down. We have 3 out of 4 Ridleys dead. So missiles are faster than charge shots. Yeah, because you gotta remember with charge shots, you still have to charge up, which is lower DPS.
Yep, it takes a full second to charge a charge shot, whereas I think missiles have a fire rate of about 3 per second. I'm not entirely sure. And then supers are slightly faster than, I think, I'd say about twice as fast as charge shots.
You'd probably get off maybe 2.5 supers in a second.
That sounds about right.
Maybe we could just watch Iron Rusty and count how fast.
Oh. Looks like he's trying to jump into Ridley's loving arms. And Ridley is dead.
Apparently,
in all 4 parallel universes.
Apparently Ridley just explodes after he dies.
Yeah, it's weird. Supers are 3 seconds. Mother Brain 2 is equal for supers in CIWP? Interesting.
Aeralis, what are you doing? Oh,
where's
Aeralis. Wrong way, Aeralis. We were just talking about this earlier with the crate skip.
Ooh.
Yeah, so earlier Aeralis decided to opt out of doing crate and went down to Warfare right away. And now he's skipping out on crate, which could be big. Aeralis does have Ridley dead. So all he has left is Dragon and Kraid. 64-bit Link, I believe he also opted out of Kraid.
I feel like there was an important item at Kraid, but I can't remember what it was.
It was the almighty wave beam.
Ah, yeah. The beam to put everything back into logic.
Aye aye. Let's see. Now our runners don't really have the go mode ammo.
Ice was at just after high jump.
Correct. Our runners don't have the go mode ammo, so they will most likely be needing charge shots for Mother Brain 2.
And, oh boy, is that gonna be fun.
So we'll see. Will we see 64-bit Link also make the skip, or will he go for Kraid?
Please don't let us down. Please just kill Kraid. Ah, there he goes.
Aeralis is taking on Space Snake. Snake!
Snake? Snake!
Snake! This boss is notorious for having the worst hitbox in the universe.
Well, absolutely.
Aeralis takes down Space Snake.
Fun fact, Space Snake takes exactly 10 supers to kill. And we see more supers.
Aeralis does not want them.
Batoon. It's my favorite boss.
Babu is also not someone to take lightly as well, because he does do a decent amount of contact damage to runners, which could equate to possible death.
And he's just fast. Once he gets low, he's just fast, really hard to hit. Because his hitboxes are bad.
And I have like no idea how Botwoon's logic works, because sometimes he just doesn't want to stay in the hole and stick his head out. He just flies around.
I think it's something like when he gets to about half health, he no longer sticks his head out ever. But I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it.
I will not. We have Kraid down. 64-bit Link had a very beautiful prom dance with Kraid. It was adorable. He's not checking the Kraid items, so no wave beam for 64-bit Link. Aeralis is making his way to Dragon.
It seems like Aeralis is also already at Dragon. Xerolayne's making a way.
So we have Dragon here. Dragon is a prawn or is a shrimp?
I have no idea. I'd like to say a prawn.
And there's many ways to take care of Dragon. The most optimal way is to use microwave strats, which none of the runners have. The other way is the conventional way is the grapple strats, which our runners all do have. There's also
the coolest way is to shine sparker,
which Aeralis seems to be opting out of. Aeralis seems to just be doing super missile strats, which I gotta say, when I was a kid, I could never get past Dragon.
Neither could I until I learned the grapple beam strat. That was the only way I could do it.
I don't even know when I learned that. I probably learned that like way after I owned the game.
Oh, we see another trash can after Dragon.
That's number 3. Need one more. So that is
a nice clean spark from Aeralis to get out.
So that's 3 bosses down for Aeralis. Hopefully he makes his way back to Kraid.
Yeah, please don't go to G4. We will
all
be
have
sad.
Plasma.
We have Plasma?
Plasma up in Aqueduct.
Woo!
The 64-bit Link was wishing he had that X-ray now.
Yeah. His loss. Ice was at the E-Tank location after high jump. Dragon is the worst in 80%? Dude, Dragon is... Nah, Fantoon is still the worst in my opinion.
They're both pretty bad. That's why when for my splits for Fantoon, I have this is where all runs, and for Dragon is this is where all runs go to die part 2.
Yeah, I used to just call my Fantoon split Heck. And Dragon was just Dragon. Never realized how bad Dre was gonna be. I mean, if you got speed or you got grapple, you're fine.
That's if you actually know how to use those speed strats, which I finally learned how to do. Like,
oh really?
I finally learned how to do a week ago after like a whole year. I probably still choked on it.
Yeah, that was one of the first things I made myself learn to do when I started any percent running. Is learn to spark Dragon, because I don't get grapple.
Looks like Aeralis is going back for Kraid.
Yes.
Now, I'm kind of curious as to who is going to be in the lead here. I think
Ooh, Aeralis having a little bit of trouble with Speed Booster. Fun fact, Speed Booster actually reduces the height of your dashing jumps. I don't know where I learned that or how I learned it, but I learned it somewhere.
I think we all learned it through natural gameplay. That's my guess.
Mm.
We're going to be seeing Shine Spark from Iron Rusty. However, it looks like Iron Rusty missed.
Ooh.
He's not going to get the second Shine Spark. Amazing's opting out of the grapple kill.
I mean, everyone has plenty of energy for a grapple kill, is the thing. So I'm not sure why. Oh, and we see it come out.
I'm not a fan.
Ooh, very quick grapple.
Nice. I'm not really a fan of the right side grapple. I don't know why, but I just can't get to work.
Yeah, I don't know. I always see left side grapples.
So let's see. A few things. Iron Rusty has Ice Beam and Wave, which will give him more DPS, as well as the Paratorian compared to Aeralis.
Definitely.
64-bit Link does not have Ice, but he does have Plasma. But Xerolayne is definitely farther ahead compared to 64-bit Link.
And not only that, but Xerolayne also has ice over him, which means he's gonna have a much easier time in Turian.
Yeah. So I'm kind of curious as to what's going to happen between Iron Rusty and Aeralis, because they might actually sync up at some point in time.
Yeah, even though Aeralis seems ahead, it is absolutely anyone's race here.
True, and he only has 4 E-tanks plus a reserve.
Ooh, yeah.
Luckily, as he has Ice Beam, Ice Beam definitely makes things easier against picking up some supers. Interesting. Ice Beam definitely is going to make things easier against the Rinkas or Oreos, or not
Yeah.
Oreos, Cheerios.
There's something. Yeah, it's not only gonna be nice against the Rinkas, but also he won't have to powerbomb the Metroids.
Yeah, that definitely is going to slow down Aeralis a lot. And Aeralis is not going up. He's not going to be going up through Meridia. He's going up through Red Tower, which I think is actually slower. Possibly.
Though I can understand why you do that. Just like as a newer runner myself, I caught myself going up Red Tower to get to G4 a lot.
The cool
Like,
thing about going through Meridia is they can actually Shine Spark, which I think would save a little more time.
Definitely.
Whereas here you can't really do that, and Aeralis doesn't have space jump, so he's going to jump across these platforms. He's not that far behind Iron Rusty.
Yeah. My only concern with that Rusty is just the amount of E-tanks he has. He's gonna have to be really, really careful against Mother Brain.
Down at Xerolayne, Xerolayne is already at the baby. He is doing the baby skip, which means he's skipping the skip.
Yep.
So
no baby skip.
a baby skip.
It's the baby skip.
So for coming up to Mother Brain, there's 3 versions of Mother Brain. The only ones that we care about the most are Mother Brain 1 and 2. You cannot use charge against Mother Brain 1. I don't know why. Doesn't really make much sense. So
Yeah, I mean, you break the glass and everything. Why can't you hit her with charge beam?
insane. But for Mother Brain 1, you have to break the glass. It takes 6 projectiles to break the glass, so missiles or supers, doesn't matter. It's always going to be 6. So best thing to do is just burn through those missiles because they don't really do much.
We see a quick, clean Zeb skip from Xerolayne.
It's a beautiful move. Another trick they should definitely try learning very early on when learning how to do Super Metroid, because I consider it to be a little bit of an intermediate trick to learn, but it's definitely very beneficial to learn in the long run.
Yeah, it can save you a lot of time and ammo.
Yeah, so we see Mother Brain 1 going down. Mother Brain, after you break the glass, it takes 3,000 damage plus 12 projectiles to kill Mother Brain 1. So for me, I like to do 3 missiles plus 9 supers to kill Mother Brain 1, and that takes you down. And Iron Rusty is getting grabbed by the Metroids.
Ooh, that's been unfortunate.
That's going to slow him down a little bit. But Aeralis is playing ping pong with Metroids.
Yep. The less Metroids on him, the better.
Xerolayne is taking Mother Brain number 2. Mother Brain number 2 takes 60 supers to kill, or 3 times 60, which is
180 missiles.
180 missiles. Am I doing math right?
I believe so.
Yes, it is 180 missiles. 180 missiles.
Well, actually, no, I don't think that's exactly the case, because with Ridley takes 600 damage from supers, while almost everything else only takes 300 from supers. Last I checked. Unless Mother Brain is also weak to supers.
Nah, I think Mother Brain is just 1-1.
Alright. So then it would be... Oh yeah. I just messed it up in my head.
I have written down 180, so I'm going with that. That's my final guess.
That sounds... Now that I reconsidered it, that sounds about right.
Iron Rusty is doing his baby skip. Iron Rusty doesn't really know how to do baby skip, so this is a play to be expected from him. We'll see what Aeralis does, as well as 64-bit Lane.
For a second, I almost thought ironrusty was gonna skip out on that energy refill, which was... Ooh, it's the missile refill.
Yeah, so Mother Brain 1 and 2 have the same amount of... Mother Brain 2 has the same amount of health as Ridley, but it takes 30 supers as opposed to 60 for Ridley.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense now.
We figured out how to do math.
Whew.
Oh, and the baby died, but it's still alive on Aeralis' screen.
Oh, that's good.
And we have Xerolayne doing the hyper beam. So if all things go according to plan, Xerolayne will probably be the first to finish overall.
Yeah, nice cutscene, bro.
Iron Rusty struggling with the ice skip, ice Zeb skip.
Ooh, and he can't afford to take a whole lot more damage than he already has. But he makes it through. Everything is K.
Yeah, that was such a trick. I thought I would never figure out how to do that ice clip, but after a while, I managed to get it.
I only just today realized that Screw Attack messes that up.
Oh yeah, Screw Attack, I think it cancels iframes, therefore...
Yeah.
Oh no, I rushed to get out of that orange soda. Yeah, I think it cancels iframes, which makes it harder to do the ice clip. But
Yeah.
we do see people able to still pull it off with Screw Attack on.
Yeah, I've personally just made a mental note to always disable Screw Attack once I'm about to do Zeb skips.
And the best place to do that is when you're getting the final heals, because well, you can use the screw attack to quickly damage down at the baby skip, and it's just better to do it at the final heals. Xerolayne is making his way through the evil climb.
Iron Rusty's getting ketchup thrown at him.
Down back method. Aeralis is struggling with the. Oh wait, Aeralis does not have Ice Beam. I forgot about that. So he's going to try the speed zep skip.
Ooh. That is a really, really tight trick.
And Xerolayne finishes first place overall with a time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 15 seconds.
GG's to Xerolayne.
I'll put him as a 3-3, and 64-bit Link will end up being a 2-4. Don't count him out, 64-bit Link is a pretty decent runner. Just nearly falling behind Xerolayne in this run. I think we'll be having an interview from Xerolayne, so we'll get to see his presence. And Iron Rusty is moving on to Mother Brain 3 in that pretty cute Metroid hat. Sadly, Baby will most likely not survive it.
Man, why is Mother Brain gonna ruin everything?
Seriously, if it wasn't for Mother Brain, we would never have. We wouldn't have to have that other M game.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
Baby, it died again. Maybe Baby will survive on one of the other runner streams.
All we can do is hope and wait.
So we should be seeing Xerolayne at some point in time.
At some point or another.
Now we see Iron Rust again very close to Mother Brain. That Hyper Beam shot that he's shooting, it does slow down the frame, so less Hyper Beam on screen, better. And I think we finally have Xerolayne in the house.
Welcome, GG, Xerolayne.
Very much.
So, how do you feel about that, Steve?
It was alright. In terms of item placement, it was relatively gentle. Yeah. I feel like a few of my decisions along the way weren't very optimal kind of at all. But going into Wreck Ship, you kind of got to make that decision. And when it turned into E-Tank City, I felt pretty stupid.
Oh, the E-Tanks are definitely beneficial for some things. Did find bombs. That was pretty helpful. Oh wait, did you find bombs?
I found them, but I just didn't bother go picking them up.
But we did see that amazing spring ball strats by you.
And it would seem that 64-bit Link has forfeited. Unfortunate.
Yeah, so tell us about
Most unfortunate, yeah.
Tell us about the spring ball strats, Xerolayne.
Ooh, yes.
It's something that I've had an opportunity to do along runs and everything, so I'm pretty comfortable just doing it in general. So I was like, okay, on spring ball, that's my way up worst game.
Yeah.
And then I found ice, and I'm like, okay, now I have two.
I was very, very happy seeing you do that. That was probably the coolest use of spring ball I've ever seen.
I think it's a pretty traditional place to use the spring ball jump at in Maria when you're doing suitless stuff, which, more power to everyone who does that kind of thing. It's just so slow.
Yeah. Multi-spring ball jumps, though, in Meridia? That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Out of my league.
Yeah.
Looks like Iron Rusty is finished. Iron Rusty, he won against his opponent, but overall he took second place with 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 52 seconds. Remember, Iron Rusty, he took a death at landing site PBs after full clearing Brinstar. So that's him back, and he managed to actually make a comeback after all that.
What is...
Awesome.
What's Aeralis doing?
Aeralis couldn't do the Zeb skip, so it looks like he's killing the Zebatites and refilling. But yes, I think he might forgotten that he has charge beam.
And he has a lot of supers.
Yeah, which will definitely make fighting Mother Brain 2 better compared to just using charge phaser.
I think with the amount of missiles he has now, I think he should be able to cleanly get through all 4 Zebatites and still have enough ammo for Mother Brain.
And we have Iron Rusty in the house. Iron Rusty, what a comeback!
Whew,
For
that
real.
was pretty scary.
G freaking G, man.
Man, yeah, I did my Brinstar loop and I was calculating about climb supers, and on the fly I was like, I had 2 tanks. I'm like, if I do this, I don't know if my energy is right. And I forgot I had grapple, so I'm like going to save at the ship, and then I was like, oh, I'll just do criteria power bombs, and my brain's only like halfway thinking about it, and I go flying in that room, just took a death, and had to go all the way back to before Gauntlet.
Oh yeah, it's just horrible. Luckily, there wasn't really much in Brinstar that you needed to pick up. All you really needed to get was that
Gravity.
gravity.
Yeah, charge beam. Picked up the grapple beam because I was like, well, this could help. I mean, I sort of had it on my radar, like maybe I'll have to do this lower Norfair if I don't find gravity or Varia in a nice spot. And I was like, well, I better go fast. Might need grapple beam. So that's why I was kind of like running around like a crazy man. Brinstar the second time around. I was like, oh, I gotta get grapple beam. I was like, I can skip the Edicunes. Oh, it was grapple. So then in the next room, I'm like, well, I'll get speed, and then I'll run back, and I'll be faster. Pretty bad.
And you never know grapple beam. You might need that grapple in order to get to X-ray for something.
True. I ended up skipping X-ray by that point. I was in basically go mode. I had two tanks when I found Vari suit. One tank, because I went and did Phantom on one tank. And then I was just doing like real shallow checks, just trying to find some E, trying to find some more ammo, and ended up with 5 tanks, a couple reserves.
But you didn't get all the reserves. I'm very disappointed in you, Iron Rusty. You said
I
you were
know.
going to get all. You said you were going to get all 4 for me.
No, I said I was gonna find one for you. I found one. I thought, okay, I better pick this up. It's on the left
One
side.
more
Retro.
trash can.
Better pick this up. Then I was doing those shallow checks and found ice at high jump, and I was like, oh man, like everything is just right in the way. There's no way I'm gonna be able to come back.
Yeah,
it was wild.
Yeah, Aeralis did not get the ice beam. He just pretty much went for it at that point in time. So that probably helped you out. Aeralis, we saw Aeralis had to kill the Zebs. Aeralis also almost pulled a Rusty from last night.
Uh-oh. Almost went for the G3 skipping Cade.
Yeah, we thought we were gonna see it.
Oh no. Yeah, that's why I made sure to do Cade before going down the elevator. I didn't want to make that mistake again. So that's why I did it first.
Yeah, so Aeralis, he skipped Crade, went to Ridley, went to Dragon afterward.
Yeah.
I guess he probably realized he forgot Crade and went down for Crade.
Oh,
So that
okay,
also-
so you didn't actually get to see the statues, did you? He went back.
Sadly. That's only a rare occurrence, which we could see on Iron Rusty's playback from last night.
Yes, that's right. You get to see the golden 3 with Crade still lit up. And me being like, what the reset?
So
that was in the practice.
Oh, that's what practice is for, to get out,
Yep.
get those kinks out of the way.
I know, but man, that was a huge death. I felt like such an idiot when that happened. I was like, oh, I was just trying to save. I just needed to save.
So how did both of you feel moving on to being 3-3 now? Could we possibly see a Xerolayne versus Iron Rusty next week?
That'd be fun.
I've kind of been hoping for that this whole time. Rusty and I have just decided to be on a team for Rando League too, so it was like, oh, we're sort of facing off now. We're getting to team up, but then it's going to be a showdown between the two of them. And I think I said in the SRL chat, if that's not an episode of Dragon Ball Z, I don't know what is.
That's right. So are you Krillin or Goku?
I'm definitely Yamcha.
That works.
The one thing about the logic in this that is still baffling me was the expected up logic for Kraid, because I found Wave and I went, okay, Wave was locking speed, which was locking gravity. How was I supposed to get into Kraid's lair? Like, how was I supposed to? And
Yeah, no one found space jump or high jump, but it must have been in Norfair, I guess.
In
Maybe
space,
Maybe at ice or below ice?
bombs.
I mean, space jump I think was at grapple, so that was sort of, I think, speed locked. And then I didn't happen to see where high jump was. Like, the regular bombs were in the top of Rex ship, so I think there was something like that was before gravity. Like, I think something was in the way there. I couldn't figure out what the actual logic was. I got to the end and I went, what was I supposed to do? I know what I did, but I don't know what I was supposed to do.
Ooh, we see Aeralis save the animals.
Hey, props to Aeralis for saving the animals. Last one out, save the animals.
Well, back to Kraid. There is a possibility that the bombs put Kraid into logic.
Yeah, where are the bombs? Oh, you found them, huh?
They're attic top right. I didn't pick them up, but I looked at it and I went, okay, that makes sense. But then it's also, okay, but how was I supposed to get into the wrecked ship? I mean, grapple beam all by itself, and then it, like, wrecked ship had all of the E-tanks too. So I'm like, was I supposed to do this?
out there, yeah.
Yeah, those.
I don't know. I didn't count them all. Well, you could get Varia. There's probably E in Norfair. I don't know.
Yeah, there's got to be like I didn't even spot
That'd
where
be
high
somewhere.
jump was, so I figure it had to be like you kind of went around, got Varia, went down into Norfair somewhere to find high jump, and that was what you're supposed to. Anyway,
Aeralis is finished in third place with a time of 1:14:59. And will hopefully be joining us in just a moment. Hello, welcome in GG's.
Wonder, we have 3 people now.
Ooh, it's a real party in here. We're just missing 64-bit Link.
So, talk to us, Aeralis. How do you feel about the seed?
Incredibly embarrassed, because I honestly feel like I was in first and then struggled really, really hard with speed zeb skip, which is probably the #1 trick I've been trying to nail down. And then I don't know how long Torian took, but I imagine we'll find out very, very soon.
Do you want to know where Ice Beam was?
That sounds fantastic. Was it right in front of my face?
It was at high jump.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. Oh, I
Right in front
skipped
of your
high
face.
jump?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, I also skipped Kraid.
Yeah. That is the thing you did.
The
were
sea
just
treated
talking
me
about
so
it.
well, and I'm just like, I don't need anything else. We're good, yo.
Yeah.
Torian doesn't matter.
You did.
Great.
You did deprive us of the legendary G3, sadly.
I'm sorry, I was in Meridia on my way up. I'm just like, wait, something's missing. Something doesn't feel quite right. And I honestly think I was in Aqueduct before I realized what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, luckily you didn't go all the way up and then have to go all the way back down.
Yeah, Zero was referring to last night. This is Rusty here. I was doing a practice seed last night, and I actually got all the way to the statues by skipping Kraid. Same kind of thing. I got like go mode and just went to Ridley, came back, went straight to the statues after Dragon. I was like, I didn't think I was supposed to have to watch the statues crumble.
I've skipped Fantoon before, and I know that's where the meme comes from, but never before have I skipped Kraid. Like, in this particular case, I'm just like, any percent tells me it's faster on the way up, right?
right. You can, like,
just do it on the way
ammo
up.
back.
It's not like my muscle memory says anything about ever doing Kraid after Nordfair.
Funny.
High jump,
High
at
jump
bubble,
at bubble
reserve.
reserve.
Ice puts
Okay.
in logic, as well as grapple. Okay.
It's scary to think what that seed could have been like without a couple of just really bad mistakes.
Oh, yeah, by the way, Plasma was at Aqueduct.
Oh, speed locked.
Plasma Aqueduct. Oh, I didn't go over there. I thought about it. I was like, nah, I'm just going.
Yeah,
Maybe speed things up. After finding X-ray, and I'm like, nah, I'll nope out on X-ray.
At that particular time, I did have bigger concerns like not killing Kraid.
I know.
By the way, both of you were pretty close when you got onto the elevator to the Red Tower elevator. I'm kind of curious, Aeralis, how come you went up Red Tower instead of going through Meridia?
Mostly because of the Kraid thing. Everything after that was shaken. I'm looking at it just like I feel like I've just jetted this seed. Nobody's finished yet. Oh god, I could beat 2 people that are higher records than me. This could be huge. What do I do? What do I do? And just made lots of bad choices pretty much from there on out.
It's
Wait,
all
so you're
fine.
saying we were going out of Red Tower after killing all the bosses about the same time? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
Iron Rusty was the
Okay.
first one on the elevator, and then I think Aeralis was just transitioning through the door as
Gotcha.
you were on the elevator, and of course Aeralis did not have ice beam, so that his Torian was much slower.
Most, much like a lot of my seeds, there's a few things to learn from this going forward that I need to consider, and it's not always learning things like how to crystal flash bot twin clip. There are more simpler things that I need to focus on for the immediate future.
Oh, don't worry about it. Like, there's so many things that I still need to learn that I probably don't even care to learn. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to do a crystal flash in general.
Honestly, same.
That's a good one.
I
More
used
or
to know
less
the
push
inputs,
all
now
of
I
the
don't.
buttons.
Here, why don't I just look it up right now?
LR down and shoot.
LR down and shoot. Okay.
So many buttons to remember.
Yep.
It's one too many. From what I understand, keyboards only handle 3, so that's kind of a handicap.
I suppose it depends.
Did someone crystal flash in MB2? Not me.
Oh yeah, didn't that happen to Stroutlog in the practice race earlier?
Oh, okay.
And he crystal flashed and he somehow shine sparked into Mother Brain.
Oh.
Wait, what? He shine sparked into Mother Brain?
Yeah, I think he shine sparked into Mother Brain 2 or 3.
How
And
do you...
I don't know. No one knows how it happened.
There's not enough room there to charge.
But he didn't even charge. He just got a spark. He shine sparked into Mother Brain 3 and
You got spikes without realizing it?
just died. Just completely died.
You kept it the whole time?
The damage change seems legitimate. Yeah.
That's great. Could have gone for the Oats Brain Buster, Stroutlog. Man. Champion.
Could have made Super Metroid history.
The Oats Brain Buster. Legendary, yeah. Look it up. Well, thanks for the race, guys. Thanks for everything, everybody. I'm gonna head out.
GG's to all you fellas.
Yeah,
Good luck
GG's
on all your
to-
future races.
Thank you very much for putting this on for us.
Yep. Big shout outs to everybody behind the scenes too.
Yeah, make sure to follow these runners. They are all amazing people. I always love stopping by, saying hi to Iron Rusty, Aeralis, 64-Bit Link, and Xerolayne. Cool dudes. Very fun to be around. Make sure to follow them, subscribe to them, get that amazing trash can that we all love. Also, don't forget
Yes,
to
trash can.
Don't forget to follow our restream team. We had Aramis on comms. He did all the awesome work today. I just backseated with him.
I'm just gonna say, don't follow me. Don't do that. I've already said it, but I'm gonna say it again.
Definitely do it though.
No.
He's going to do like 6 hours worth of seats tomorrow.
Let's see. Tomorrow? Yeah, probably.
We also got Sailor Jade did an amazing job tracking, and Strutlog graced us with both the restream and the seed.
Yeah. Follow these people. They're super cool. Music, no. No, stop.
I'm doing it. We should just move it right now.
My follower base.
You're going to get a affiliate and then a partner right now.
Dude, I already have affiliate. You guys gave me affiliate when you flippin' rated me.
But thanks everyone for stopping by. We're going to be rating RKCTKC.
RKC.
Right.
I think. Didn't they race like an hour ago? That was a cool race. Also, follow them. They're cool.
So it's over. So